Oh my god, he's just sorting through money. What is with his ears? Mr. Romano? Oh, Miles, my boy! I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair, just after you've returned. For you, Mr. Romano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office, and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. No. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. So, who's the old man? He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please. I miss my poor boy, dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Romano. Hold on there. Then what happened to all that money? I believe the 1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run. What? Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth? Forgive me, Mr. Romano. The kidnapping. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son, "Help me, Daddy." I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Romano. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. He definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Lance Amano. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again? How will telling you about Lance help you get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships. Relationships and behaviour. Very well then. Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He's very much like me when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you noticed of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is. Oliver Deacon. Mr. Romano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Let's begin our investigation. Even if the Interpol agent holds the authority to head the investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by twiddling our thumbs. I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin. Mr. Romano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself. Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy. Alright, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating. If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. Oi. So there's that. So, what should we examine first? Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only very recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get looking. Hey, you there. Who, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off, I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation. You imbecile. All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command. No way! I am not working for Wolfboy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good, now let's go. Oh no, Gumshoe! No! Oh, Gumshoe. Why, if I got just the job for someone of your talents. Well, that was exciting. Okay, what? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on, I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back. You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yatagarasu way. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented assistant Kay is going to tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. Might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Yay! Oh, and Kay is our assistant. She's fun. Are these footprints? Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over there. Or over here. Remember hearing rainfall out here while I was being held in there? Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground has already pretty much dried up. We should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprint samples. You know what? I bet if we followed them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it will be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. We don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. And we don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. What kind of shoes? If only we knew, we'd be able to track the kidnappers from the footprints. Can we actually talk to these guys? Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. I got you now, you vile criminals. I think the kidnappers would have better sense than to try hiding in these. Oh, come on. Lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. I don't really think that the criminals would be hiding here, right in front of two officers. I certainly hope not. Oh wait, there's a blue badger. Oh god, the music. Ba ba ba. Huh? Hey, it's the blue badger. Is she getting a camera? Badger, get! I really don't understand why she is so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's doing that contorted wriggling dance again. Aha! Oh my god, it's Meekings! You've uncovered my undercover identity, sir. I was to remain under that head, sir. Aren't you Officer Meekins? Sir, Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir. This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. I like how he only says he was in an investigation I headed up 2 years ago. But weirdly enough, it doesn't mention what case it was, because that was and it's a DLC case. Not a DLC case, it was the case that was added to the DS version of Ace Attorney 1. It was incredible too, and like 8 hours long. It was a very long case. It introduced some new things like blowing away fingerprint stuff and all that crap. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Mike Meekins. Oh my god, he still does that. Like, he's got the same animations. It's so cool. He's got the same animations, but they're from a different perspective. It's from a sideways perspective as opposed to straight on, which is what I really like. Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir. Because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already, and I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would seem that some people never change. The Blue Badger. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir. Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer and on the trail of a kidnapper, sir. You see, Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honour. Any clues? How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir? For about one little hour, sir. That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping. But, however, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir. I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No. But I know you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it too. I patrolled the park, all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meekins' testimony contradicts. Wait. Hold the phone. Wait, whoa. He saw one lone badger. I'm not entirely sure. Unless it was this. Oh, he should have seen more than one, because they should all be out in the park. Take that! Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. Oh, there's only one of each. Right, I see. No, I didn't even read that. I was just like, yeah, the rally. So he is the blue badger, but he saw another blue badger. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Unless he saw a different kind of badger and just didn't notice. Or just didn't specify, I suppose. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Miss Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises. What? Sir! Then that would mean there were two blue badgers walking around, but why? A second blue badger. There's only supposed to be one blue badger in the park, but a second was spotted. Right, okay. Can I logic? I almost pressed the wrong button again. I really just need to think. Yeah, it would, maybe. If I put those together... Whoosh! A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly, the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I know, it's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away. Costumed escape. The identity of the second blue badger was probably the kidnapper in disguise. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are a blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger. Yes, those three. Oh yeah, because the pink one wasn't missing. There was 2 sets of each costume, but only 1 set should have been missing of each. Okay, so there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? Interesting. So there was oh no, not updated. Stolen costumes. That explains why the pink one wasn't done. Wait. Oh, there we go. That's not gonna help us. It's gonna be the shoes with a costume. Oh, that's not good. That is not really gonna help. Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new, very significant meaning. Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. There's that. If you just let me through here. Can't let anyone through. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme. It looks all lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling, or rather stealing them? If you can coax them out of there, sure. Come on, I know you can sweet talk them out. I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay. Where's that? So I've done that. Maybe I can talk to Meekins about it. No. Unless... I'm just trying to think. Although we now know about the footprints, so maybe I can interact with that again? So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here. They both do look like possible candidates. This set is walking off to the west. It just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here. I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Oh, does it lead to Meekins? Oh, no, it does. Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got him! I got one of the culprits. No! I'm not a kidnapper, sir! I love how she just starts punching. Down, Kay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminals were each wearing a costume. Maybe they came over to this garage or something. That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage. Sir, Roger Wilco, sir. Ah, there we go. Now we can open it up. Let's open this shutter and see what we find. Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. Ah! What? Oh god, I didn't see that. What in the... We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver. Mr. Romano, are you saying this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed, and why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. The kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage. And right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? Victim was a kidnapper. Following a kidnapper's prints led us to a body. Was the victim in a costume? So, from my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. So, preliminary findings. You sure are calm for someone who just found a body. It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. I really wish they made it, like, a different dialogue, because he says the same fucking thing. Although it's useful because you can, like, look at stuff, and then when you found it, he won't say it anymore. This is an unusually shaped pendant. What is it? Is it something valuable? She seems to have regained some of her composure. It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on, this is made of platinum silver. Nice! It is worth something after all. Ooh, and look! Something is written on the back. Oh, there's something written on the back. Colin Deveray. It's a name. Colin Deveray. But this man's name is... Oliver Deacon. We have a bullet. The wound. As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds. One in his abdomen and one in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice. No, I don't think so. Oh. Wait, so he was shot from... below? Or above? Above or below? Wait. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound. So he was shot from below. If it went in his abdomen and out his shoulder. Yeah. Shot from below. Nice, I knew you could figure it out. It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, This crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. Should make note of this oddity. So they've been updated. Okay. So... is this spot connected? Somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold. Victim Deacon. Shot from ABD through shoulder. Oh, abdomen. Touch check button for details. Oliver Deacon. Yeah, so it would be that. Because the pendant is... what was it? Colin Deveray or something. Eureka! There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name on the pendant is Colin Deveray. Wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Deacon's pendant, jotted down, yeah. Oh, there we go. There's that. Yay! Lance, where are you, sweetie? Huh? Oh. Excuse me, but you are... Badump. What? I don't know what the hell that's supposed to signify. Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops. What? His girlfriend? Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and we're not lovers or anything. Well, we haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. Swoon? What the shit? You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character. Yep. May I inquire as to why you are here? I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him. Then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. No, Lance. I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. Seemingly, Jesus. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. Hold it! Hey! Great. Min brought me up to speed over the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. A dead body. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy is really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who? What? Meekins? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. Oh no, that's his belt. Oh god, that was really weird looking. No, where his belt is, it blends in with the background so well. I thought they had failed when it came to his sprite, and that it was actually cut off. What? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir. Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? Huh, I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer. I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets, but that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people? Nonsense! There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Heh. Too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honour as a member of law enforcement? You, how dare you speak so disrespectfully of our Shifu? Hold it. Okay. Oh my god. He left. You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Langzy says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Though, not through my line of logic. Alright, nice. So here's his argument. Shilong Lang's logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I could say he was shot in a simple glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? Really? Wait, a member of law enforcement? Officer Meekins isn't. Yeah. I thought he's not part of... Well, actually, he's still a cop, but he's also the Blue Badger. That is your reasoning? Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment. What's this philosophy of detainment? You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, Lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honourable ancestor, Lang Z. You'd think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he is that famous. Huh? Oh. Lang Z developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhengfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies. But thousands of years ago, that makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test? Boom! It's rebuttal time! So I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I really hope I can just press everything. So what can you tell me about the body? He was shot. A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with the detention philosophy. Oh, then you wouldn't mind telling me a little of what you figured out, correct? Oh, okay. Even you figured out that much. Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion. Nudge of fist. Don't pat yourself on the back yet. What's that supposed to mean? Oh god, really? Langzy says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer? It's not easy to get a gun. I find it weird that Agent Lang doesn't have a hold it dialogue or audio bit, but he does have a not so fast audio bit. It's very strange. It would appear you've studied a little of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's that... Sheena? The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track on of the information. Ba. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins. If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Meekins' subweapon. Subweapon? What? Weapon, correct. Where the hell did I get subweapon from? Pull that out of my ass. Thank you for reminding me. Hey you, show me your gun. Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun. What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling stop mumbling and spit it out already. Sir? I lost my gun, sir! How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in this garage and killed him with his gun. Hell nah, he did not. Yeah, he wouldn't. I suppose he still could have. Actually, no, he couldn't, because there's no blood. There's just a gunshot wound. That's it. Yeah, man. Object. Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? So you did notice that there was a little too blood. Too little blood. I can't read. Hey Dato, I'm not entirely sure how to say your name. Thanks for the follow, and the lemon. Appreciate it. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene. God, I really wish I could read. And if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the police, or the local police, to set the record straight. Grr. My god, the flashes. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey you, your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like, I found myself taking a walk. But sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligation so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something? Mr. Edgeworth, please sir. Save me the way you did earlier, please sir. Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened. Sir, not you too. Oh god, look at his eyes. Jesus. Meekins' testimony. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. Jesus. Blue Badger mobile? What is this Blue Badger mobile? It's what's in the garage. Yeah. It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badger mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop. That thing looks tiny. Like smart car small. Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant. He seems rather worked up. Even more than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer? Sir. Roger, sir. Okay. Wasn't assigned to this area, sir. So what were you doing here? Alright then, what were you assigned to? Or where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir. He must be in the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay then. Why are you here in the Wild Wild West area? It's because of a very deep reason, ma'am. I'm surprised you didn't say sir, to be honest. Every square inch of the main gate. So he did. Describe for me how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir. Well, first, I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, what did you expect when you dressed like the Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile. So that's what's behind you. I mean, unless there's multiple. Yeah, was parked inside, yeah, the garage. It looks like it's not been moved. Also, it was in the main area. Or main gate area. So how could he have been in the Blue Badger-mobile? If he wasn't. I'm confused. Officer Meekins, I would appreciate if you didn't tell such transparent lies. Sir? I'm lying, sir? Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger-mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage? There we go. Okay, I was right. I never know, I like try and reason it out, but then I just sound... Like, the more I say it out loud, the more I feel stupid, because I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense. Actually, I just lost track, sir. Lost track of what? By the time I realised it, the Blue Badger-mobile was nowhere to be found, sir. Which would mean it was perhaps stolen. And that's when I came back to this area, thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Jesus. A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? What exactly is so convenient about his story? The car getting stolen is completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used alright. To move the dead body. What? You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the Blue Badger-mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me. But it wasn't me! Sir, the killer, sir. It wasn't me, sir. Agent Lang, wait. What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say... We know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth, schmooth. I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors, in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish buffoon. I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy and you guys are getting in the way. You wouldn't interfere with another one of my investigations. Hey now, let's not forget, who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here? I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Damn. Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight if you don't. I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. Damn. Well, there's that. Is that the end of... Yeah! That's the end of the first part of this case. I think I'm actually going to call it a short session again. Mostly because this case is split into 5 parts. So if I do one part, which I've just done, and then next session I could do 2 parts, and then the session after that I can finish the case. I don't know, I just like to do it that way, to be honest. Either way, yeah. Well, I don't know, I like to have cases start and finish in sessions. I don't like to... Essentially, I wouldn't like to finish this... Alright, yeah. I wouldn't like to finish this case and then start the next case in one session, because it would just feel weird. For me, personally. But anyway, that's going to be the end of the session. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, take care.